Hey everyone, it's Caitlin or Spiffy Girl. Today we're going to go over the Scavenger here on Deathgarden's Blood Harvest. This is a new game that recently just got updated and I've been having a whole lot of fun with it. I've played both Hunter and Scavenger, but I have found Scavenger to be more challenging and more entertaining overall. I'm just not much of a hunter, I'm more of a seeker. So that's why I choose Scavenger. Today we're going to be going over some of the basics people may not know when they first pick up the game. First tip I can give you is there's going to be an obnoxious general broadcast. It's going to speak up while you're sitting here in the lobby and go over rules and whatnot. You can actually mute her if you need to by going to settings and turning down the voice. If you make that 0, you won't be able to hear her. If you turn it up, you will. She gets obnoxious and annoys me, especially while I'm recording, so I tend to keep her muted. So first off, we're going to go over the movements. Running is something you're always going to do. You don't have to hold shift to be able to run like this. Left shift is actually what's going to do a roll. This will help you evade a little bit, and if you're like me and you have the skill to offer some shielding after an evade, like this, you can see it pops up on the bottom left over my health bar, and I have a little cloak over my body, a shield over my body when I do that to help protect me from getting shot at. The other thing you can do, which you're going to need to know and be able to kind of master, is the slide. Basically your crouch. If you're standing still, control will crouch you, and you can hide behind bushes, behind objects. It makes you quieter. The other thing you can do is if you're running, you can hit it and you will slide. Right now I have it toggled to where I will stay down at the end of the slide, but you can also go into your settings and turn it so that you have to hold it to stay down. So now that we've gone over that, we'll go over the basics. In the bottom left, you can see the health bar, 3 red bars here. Each one is its own separate health bar. So if you tend to lose health all the way down to the middle bar, you will eventually gain enough health to fill that second bar, but you will not go beyond that until you fill the third bar with either a heal arrow or heal bolt or a red health crate. And I will show you that in game because that's not here. You have your ammo crate here, which is just your regular bolts, which on the bottom right you can see I have 5 regular bolts and none of my power bolts, which I can collect from the blue crate here. Okay, so to change between power bolts and regular bolt, you can either do 1 and 2, which will switch back and forth, or if you have a mouse that has a mouse wheel, rolling it back and forth will switch back and forth, so you can easily switch to what you need. The regular bolt from the ammo crate here, the yellow one, that will give you this regular bolt, which you're going to use.
You can have up to 20. It's used for marking objects. If you shoot objects like that, you can highlight them and your teammates will be able to see their location across the map, make it easier for them to find. You can also use this when in the game when it starts up to shoot down drones and turrets and mines and whatever else the hunter tends to erect to stop you. Also, keep in mind that you have to have it up to 20. Best idea is to have it up to 20 and use it all the time. Mark whatever you see. It'll give you a little bit of extra points in the game. As for the blue one, the power core here, that will give you that special bolt right there. Whatever your special ability is, it will give it to you. You only get 3 shots worth of it, so you need to make it last, make it count. So in my case, it's camo right now. I have a pretty decent camo. I can actually hide. This helps lose the hunter if I happen to be in a chase. Usually all I have to do is pop one and change direction, zigzag, hide behind an object, and I won't have to use the other 2. I'll just need that one to get me out of danger. And the same applies for whatever ability you have, whichever character you have. You've got different characters with different abilities, and they're all a little bit different. They all provide their own unique powers, but you will need the power core to do that. Keep in mind that the hunter will also use the power cores and the ammo crates, so you will be competing with the hunter for these. Also, now that we've gone over these, there's a health crate, which is like a red and black crate you will find out on the playing field. That is your revive. That's going to help build up the health bar and restore your health. If you happen to lose some, or if you happen to be downed, you can crawl up to one of those and it will revive you so you can get back up and get back into the game. Another thing about the crates, and as you get into the game, it will be on the blood spires as well, or the blood piles, is these are shareable with all your teammates. Anybody in the area will be able to get the resources from this. So when you go into the game, everybody, you can tell the newer players because they tend to split up and do their own thing, but you do not have to compete for resources. All you have to do is use Q and you will call out a location to whatever you're around and just wait for your teammates to get nearby and you can collect it, and they will also get the resources from that. This helps at the beginning of the match when you really want to work as a team and all go together to get the blood, because that way you only have to hit 2 of the blood piles to get 10 each, rather than splitting up and everybody getting 5 off of random blood spires that just they aren't shared. Much easier to work together. Now, on the top right, we have our level and our rank. The left is the level of the character that I have. So in this case, it's inked. It's my camo user. She's level 36. And my rank is to the right, and I am 19. Different characters, all your different characters will contribute to your rank. So each level you get with a character, depending on what you have, every single level, even the lower levels, will give you 1 bar of experience in your rank and help you rank up. So you can rank one character all the way to the top in prestige and go back down, or you can rank one up and then choose another character and rank that character up, and it will also help contribute to your actual rank on the right. Underneath that, you have your currencies. These are various currencies that you're going to earn through gameplay that you will need to buy skills and abilities and upgrades. As you can see, this one's just blood, this one is blood and iron, and up here that will be iron and ink. So from left to right, you have your iron, your blood, and your ink. These are 3 different currencies that you're going to use, and you need to earn a lot of them to keep your characters ranking up and being as strong as they can be. Oh my gosh, really? 1 single second. Okay, sorry. Distracted. Over here you will find your different characters. They each have different abilities.
they're all not going to have the same one, so you're going to have to be a little picky over what you want. I believe you start off with Fog, and he has Smoke Screen and Heal. Is what you will start off with, but if I remember correctly, you have enough iron to buy another character, so each character initially will be 800 iron, and you should have 800 iron so you can buy something else if you don't want to play the original default character. So look through these and see which one you want to level up, and you will be able to buy that character and choose that character instead of the default. Or you can stay with the default. That's a popular character as well. I started out with Sawbones, and then I moved to Inked, and now I'm on Switch. So I play all three. I have played a couple of the others. They're just, I'm not into playing the opposite sex. I'm not against it, it's just not my thing. So I have to play females. Just me. So now let's go over the character abilities. Each one is a little different. In order that I find usefulness, starting with like the least useful skill, I have found to be shield. The shield, I mean, it can help. It buys you a couple seconds of time, but overall it's basically useless. It's not an ability I would want to have as my primary. It doesn't help you much at all in a chase, doesn't help you in a fight. It just buys you a few seconds of runtime before you die. Next one is the clone ability, which I believe a couple of characters have a clone ability. Switch also has that. That's her default. I don't really enjoy this as it's very easily countered by experienced hunters. See if you use this. There you go. Oh, I didn't switch. F1 will open up your loadout and you can switch to clone or smokescreen or whatever else your ability is. Your bonuses are pretty much set in stone. You can't change them, you can't mess with them. Your perks, you have a little bit of choice there. You can choose what you want as far as perks go. You can change to fit your playstyle. You don't have to stay with the default. But their clone just ends up developing a identical twin to try and decoy the killer. And they can be somewhat useful, but if you look at their movements and watch them, no real good hunter is gonna fall for them, unfortunately. So they're kind of useless in my opinion. I haven't had a lot of luck with them. Hunters usually can see through them. Next we have heal, which is really good, especially if you're skilled in using it. You can literally save your entire team by using the heal bolt at just the right time. It will also replace a healing crate in case your health is a little bit low. But as far as using it for down players, you have to have really good timing, because the hunter will shoot the player down and they'll be in a down state, and then mostly from what I've seen in my experience, the hunters will immediately go up to them and execute them. And once they initiate the execute, there's no saving them, they're gone. So you have like a second after they go down to get the arrow off in their area and revive them. However, if you do manage to pull this off, they will end up being instantly revived and they will have a few seconds worth of invincibility to leave. This works out really well if you have a healer and camo user in the area, as the healer can instantly revive the down player and the camo user can hide their body and give them a chance to get away. And finally, the last two are fog and camo. These two are one of the more hated ones, I could say, because people just aren't hunters really struggle with these two. Active camo is the strongest ability you can have. Fog is the next strongest ability you can have, in my opinion. It does grant you a little bit of concealment, so you can actually lose the hunter. Best idea when trying to lose a hunter, whether you use fog, camo, or whatever else, is lose them by turning around. Double back. Get them to run in a certain direction and run the opposite direction as soon as you can and lose them. Use objects, don't rely on your ability because you will give yourself away by using it. But use objects, use line of sight. If you happen to use your fog to get away, find something to hide behind and just stay hidden. You can actually move your camera so you can see the hunter if the hunter is around, and you can adjust your character to keep that line of sight, that object in between you and them. The hunter cannot do this, so they are limited. So finally, we're on camo, which is obviously my favorite ability. I can use other things, and I have used a lot of other things. But camo is easily the best. As far as camo, you really only need the first pop of camo. That should be more than enough to get you away from the killer, away from the hunter, and behind an object, so you lose him. Now, as I said, once you're downed, if you happen to be downed in a game, you have just a few seconds to be revived. Somebody might revive you, or you can crawl off to a healing crate and get yourself up off the ground and back into the game. The best option as a scavenger is to avoid being downed in the first place. So do what you can to stay out of view, stay hidden. Listening is a big part of this game. You'll be able to tell if the hunter's approaching you because the music will get more intense. And the louder it gets and the more intense it gets, the closer they are to you. You can also hear the hunters use their abilities, like their jetpacks that they use to fly across the map. You can hear that as well. That kind of gives you a direction from what they're, or gives you an idea of what direction they're coming from, so you know which side of an object to hide on. It also helps you pinpoint things like mines and turrets. You can hear them beeping long or far away. If you get close to one, you can hear the beep and you'll be able to track down its location and either avoid it or destroy it, depending on what you want to do. As far as the gameplay goes, you want to play as a team as much as possible. Work together. The game will go faster. You'll be able to get a whole lot more experience working together than you will by yourself. Occasionally, if you do have teammates that are still running the game or don't know what they're doing or don't really care that they're caught, it might be a better idea to separate yourself from them and just kind of let them do their own thing and you do yours. And just play cautiously until you learn the game. So now that we've gone over your change character, you've got matchmaking here. This is where you will go in and find a match. What you have to do is go up and you can either invite your friends, and your friends will end up in this same lobby here with you, and you'll both go into matchmaking together. Right now there has been a few times I've been with friends where we actually end up in different lobbies, so it's not foolproof right now, but it's actually doing pretty well. I'm impressed. So here you choose your region depending on where you tend to be or where you live. You can choose this region that will help you have the best gaming experience possible. Obviously I'm US, and so here I'd do a certain match, and at the top you can see the match timers counting down. Once that's down, you will go into a separate lobby and be teamed up with 4 other players or 5 other players. You'll have 4 other teammates, 4 other scavengers, and you will have a hunter. You will be able to see the name of the hunter, but you won't be able to interact with the hunter whatsoever. You can speak with your teammates if you would like. You can see them in the lobby as they wait for the game to start, and interact with them that way, get to know them, or just kind of stick to yourself and do your own thing.